Hi. It has been a hot second. Um, I have been traveling, I've been going to places, and I just didn't have the time. Also, didn't have the time to really read last month, given that this is the July wrap up. You can see I have a few books here. But I did have fun. I did do, a bit of reading when I could. Um, so let's start with the first one that I finished in July, and it is Lirael by Garth Nix. This is the second book in the Old Kingdom series, or it's also known as the Abhorsen series. It is like one of the most influential like YA books, if I were to say. Like, this was from like 2001, and it has influenced like some of the biggest series you can think of, which is like Throne of Glass. Like, SJ Mass, she has cited this series as a good source of inspiration, especially with like strong female characters. And the magic system, in my opinion, is a lot cleaner and a lot easier to understand than Throne of Glass. Um, I think Garth Nix is like a master in creating a very understandable world, introducing conflict in a very easy to understand way, and he just goes like, okay, now you're in it, now these are things that are happening, and then like things do happen. I will say I think this might be my least favorite of the trilogy. I am reading the third one right now. But this one, it started out really slow, and it took me a really long bit to finish this, because like originally I DNF'd it, but then I was like, screw it. I do like the world, so I'm gonna go back to it. And it starts out with like two characters. Like, it introduces you to one character, Lirael, and I did not really care for her. Um, but she had like a really funny dynamic with this like spiritual dog that was her companion at the time. And a second character was introduced named Samith, and I also didn't really like him as well. But by the end, like, I liked them. So like, props to the author for creating these two characters who like moan and whine a lot. But then like, kind of made you care about them and understand why they don't like their upbringing at that point. So anyway, enough. I really liked it. And now I'm moving on to the third one, which is called Abhorsen. Which should wrap up the whole trilogy. He did eventually, like decades later, write more books into this trilogy, a few prequels and short stories, but he did write like an actual continuation. So I will be reading that afterwards. I might skip the prequel. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Anyway, moving on. Then my friend sent me this book called Normal People by Sally Rooney. I have like something on my lip. It's gross. Anyway, so this is a very famous one. Obviously, a lot of people know it because they made like, I think they make like a Hulu show out of it. Um, so yeah, it talks about these like two people, and they kind of it kind of like, it's like snapshots of their lives for like 10 or so years after they meet in high school. So it follows high school to college and into like whatever they do after college. And um, it's okay. I think it is. I don't hate it. I know people like really hate it because it's like contemporary literature is not for everyone, because contemporary literature is literally just like, it's very character driven, and there's really not much plot. Like, you are reading for the sake of um like changing character dynamics and how people kind of like find themselves. It's always about finding yourself in contemporary literature. So I'm not really the biggest fan of contemporary literature, so this was like an okay read to me. I um really do appreciate though how she can say so much with so little. and that's what I like about it. What I don't like, obviously, is like there's not really that much plot, and you have to like really be interested in what these two people are saying and how they go from like point A to point B, um, and whatever. There are like, I mean, if you are reading this like deeply, or if you like just know, there are a lot of topics about like classicism and elitism and like all of that stuff, class dynamics. Even though there are two white people um that grew up in the same area, they have very different experiences and like expectations, and like the gender roles also play a thing. So it's really, I think it's like a really good book to read if you are kind of interested in those ideas, but you don't really know how that could play out in um like in a real world setting. I don't know how to explain that. But anyway, yeah, I think I gave this like a 3 stars. I don't know. I don't really care about giving ratings. It's just, I don't know. I can't quantify that. But it was a pretty good book. Just like I wouldn't read it again. But yeah. So my third book, of course, is some gay shit. So this is Thousand Autumns, Qian Qiu. I no, I think my pronunciation was okay. Um, I do not know how to say her name though. Men Shi Shi. I don't mean Men Shi. I can't read. I can't read pinging. It's impossible for me. But anyway, Thousand Autumns. This is like, so this the fifth volume is the last one, and this is, don't look at this one. This one's the Chinese publication, but like it was published like last month was the last volume, and I really like this story because you kind of have like these two extremes, one who believes in like the worst of people and one who believes in the best of people, and you kind of like see how their character develops over time, even though their philosophies are still kind of or like the same. They don't like they don't do a complete 180. You do see how like the both of them kind of like change just a little bit because of their interactions with each other, like there's the two characters. And I think like uh honestly, I wouldn't really say like the romance is like that great. I like their character interactions and the plot a lot more. But it is like a cute and it is pretty sweet when it wants to be. I will say that like even though this is a danmei, the romance is like sometimes it really takes like it takes a step back. Like it really isn't important for a lot of the story. So I don't know, but like I am a person who likes it when romance is a afterthought. I really like it when it's like that. Because I don't like care. I don't think I'm like so interested in someone being like fawning and pining and in love for like the entire series. Like how much more are you gonna pine before you like confess? Like at that point, if all you do is eat, sleep, drink, pine, then do something about it. Like it frustrates me. Like it's so boring because then like what is stopping you? Nothing. So anyway, I really like it when there's like actual stuff going on that's not just the romance. Like it really, this series is perfect for that. A lot of danmei I honestly think is like really good at that, where the romance it comes but it's like in little bursts, and but it doesn't distract you from the rest of the plot. Like there's still other characters to care about and there's still other things to care about in this world, like political drama or like supernatural whatever. I like it. I like it a lot. I wish more gay lit in English speaking like countries, which is like American lit, would do this. Even like sometimes like, and then that's why I like YA so much, just because they have other stuff going on. They need to care about other stuff. Like it's not just about the romance. The romance isn't like is a effect of the plot, versus is a major plot driven thing. So yeah. And because I'm a hypocrite, well, I was like a little bored, and I like read like the Viscount Who Vexed Me. I think I mentioned this in this earlier video, but this is, a book I am still slowly going through because I'm listening to it instead of reading it. And I don't really like have like time, like not time, but like I can't just like sit here and listen to an audiobook. I like would rather like be doing something. I think listening is definitely a way more passive way of reading than like actually using your eyes. And my brain, I don't like that. So, who knows? I might not even finish this book, but I like this so far. I just like, you know, whatever. I like that they're not like instantly like, kind of courting each other. Like that's what I like. So yeah. Anyway, now I'm on this. I told you guys earlier, but I'm reading A Porcelain, which is the third one, and it's kind of like concluding the whole arc of the whole plot from like that was introduced in the first one. And I am so excited. I kind of want to read his other stuff too, because his writing is just so good. Like it's so polished, and I know it's like probably because he has like great editors and whatever, but you kind of do need to start with a really good foundation before you can get to like, to get your good product, right? Like no matter how many frills you add to it or take away, like you have to be good like first. So anyway, I love this guy. I really want to study his writing because I want to write my own like kind of like fantasy magic stuff. And though I think like my kind of like book like plot is a lot more higher high fantasy than his is. I don't know. I'm just excited. So yeah, that's all I have for July. This is a very short video. But I think like overall I've been like averaging maybe 3 to 4 books a month, and that's like really really low for me. Like I on a like in previous years I was able to do like 50 um like 50 books a year, and I'm here chugging along at like I'm probably gonna end at like 30 36, right? Yeah, 3 times, so 36 books this year, which I don't know, I'm kind of like a little disappointed by, cuz I'm just um I've always prided myself in being a very voracious reader. Like I can't like not reading is sad to me, and I love the library is like my favorite place in the world. I don't know. I did find myself kind of burnt out by reading earlier this last month or something, and I was just like I'm kind of sick of reading right now. I was just in a funk. I don't know. But I am like trying to get back into it, and maybe I'm just like shifting my gears to like kind of brainstorming my book more and writing more. So, and I like that a lot. And I do want to play more video games. So, this isn't like my only thing that I'm into. I am a full 4 dimensional person. I don't know. I breathe. I have air. Um, so yeah, there's that kind of like realization. But anyway, thank you guys for coming. Yeah, I need to like think of a more stuff to say every week, but I don't have that much to say. I am a yapper by nature, but like at some point I is just recycled talking points. Okay, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Bye. See you next week, hopefully.